Week 3 pick comes.
YouTube,
how's it going? The Goat House is back with Week 3 pick'ems. We're here every single Tuesday night picking every single NFL game. Along with you guys got a fan-voted pick that we use throughout all these games here. And then there's a Picks League, as you can see on the screen. There'll be a link in the description. Make sure you follow our Twitter. Make things easier there. See the leaderboard there for the Goat House and for the Picks leaderboard. I mean, those guys are on fire over there. The 7-way tie in third place, so, 26 is ridiculous. I don't know how to say your name.
I saw that, by the way. I saw the 7-way tie, and I was thinking the guy's name was actually 7-way tie.
Okay.
I was like, that's a clever name.
Yeah. That would have been next year. Or somebody probably switched their name to 7-way tie. I think you can edit your name. Yeah, we also got power rankings every Tuesday. We got score predictions Wednesday. You guys know the drill. Just make sure you like, subscribe, turn notifications on. And, again, check out that Twitter. Yeah, it was a 3-way tie in third place with Danny Pigskin fan votes, 17 wins. Old Yeller made his way up to number 2. That Ravens call for him was big. That was a big time win. I'm in first with 21, and we got a lot of season left, and we're ready for Week 3 pick'ems. Yeah. Check out the BetQL app. There's links all over your screen. There's also more info plus links in the description. They have a special offer from BetMGM. If you use code GOAT, you get 25% off. Week 1, they were 13-2, which is pretty ridiculous. They're 13-2 on their 5-star bets. They pretty much rank their bets on stars. It's pretty cool. They also have who the professionals are betting on, so you kind of can compare everything and make sure you're taking the right bet. So it's very accurate. They got all sports. They got against the spread. They got totals. They got first half, second half, anything you can think of, money line, anything. You can customize your own dashboard. It's very cool. It's very accurate. Again, there's a bunch of info and links in the description. Make sure you use that code GOAT for 25% off.
Don't go with your gut. Go with BetQL. Boom.
Right. There's our Twitter. Make sure you check it out. Link down below. That's where the fan-voted picks come into play. But Thursday Night Football, Panthers. 2-0 Panthers. And the 1-1 Texans who gave the Browns a little bit of a battle. But Tyrod Taylor is going to be out for some time. And Davis Mills, the rookie from Stanford, is stepping in for that starting job here on short week, Thursday Night Football. What's going to happen here? Are the Panthers for real? Is it just a 2-week thing, or what's going on?
I don't know if the Panthers are for real, but I'm going to give them the W here with just because you said Davis Mills is starting at quarterback. I don't know how he's going to do there.
All right.
If I was the Oregon Insider, I'd be taking the Texans for that Davis Mills.
Oh yeah, Oregon Insider loves Davis Mills.
I'm taking the Panthers. That defense is they're going to be chomping, as my friend Junior would say.
Okay. Yeah, if you're looking for Junior, by the way, you're probably late on this, but there's a link down in the comments. He made a video for everyone a few weeks back. Old Yeller is going with the Panthers. I'm also going with the Panthers. If Tyrod Taylor was playing, that'd be interesting. Definitely interesting there. I think it could be a toss-up, but I love the way the Panthers defense is playing either way. I think they'll be able to, Tyrod's been winning with his legs. I think the Panthers defense would have been able to play well against him. It's not the case anyways. I just love the way the Panthers defense is playing right now on every level. They're flying around the field, getting a ton of pressure across the board from the defensive line. Watch out for Texans defense, though. It's a little sneaky. They also got a lot of high motor guys flying around the field. Lovie Smith has them playing pretty well. They're pretty deep. The Panthers are pretty deep in terms of the playmakers. So I wouldn't sleep on the Texans defense in this game. I just love me some Panthers playmakers and defense here, and I got them. And the fans have them as well, and that is a Goat House guarantee. And
you can guarantee it.
Yeah. Is it a guarantee if all of us besides the fans pick it still? Yeah, right? Either way, it's a guarantee, but I'm still trying to figure that out, how that works now that we have the fan vote.
We'll figure it out.
I think it's a guarantee.
I think you need the fan vote in there because they're part of the Goat House.
That's a good point.
I think it could be a guarantee without the fan vote.
Oh.
Maybe a super guarantee. We're not calling it that. We decided that week 1. I don't know.
I didn't like that.
Washington football team and the Buffalo.
It's going to be a guarantee.
You think?
I think.
I don't
Buffalo at home. Give me the Buffalo Bills.
He's taking the Buffalo Bills. I don't think it's as that easy. I don't know. As you
No,
say.
I like
Washington's
the
been struggling getting to the quarterback.
Pete, like, surprisingly, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Pete likes the Bills, he said. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. The football team, yeah, their defense has been underwhelming for me so far.
Talk about them going to the quarterback.
They have not. They gave Daniel Jones a lot of time. That game was closer than I thought it was going to be. I thought the football team was going to win that one pretty easily, but it was not easy at all. Took a Dexter Lawrence offsides to get him the W.
It was prime time, short week. Okay, it's a new week. Yeller is going with the Bills. I think this is a really good game. Washington's been disappointing in terms of the defense. I definitely had way higher expectations. It's only been 2 weeks. They can get there. Josh Allen's been struggling. Even in the 35-0 win, if you didn't watch the game, he actually struggled a little bit. He actually underthrew some balls, which was surprising. Threw an interception, but that was more Xavier Howard making a great play. But, Josh Allen struggled a little bit, played a little better last week than against the Steelers. Steelers threw a lot of zone coverage at him, and we've seen that even last year. He struggled against the zone. He's better against man, even if it's the blitz. Washington's going to throw a ton of cover 3 at him. In Washington's defense, there's a shot they can look more like what we think Washington's defense should be in this game. So I think more, I think more of a defensive game. It's not going to be insanely low scoring. But on top of the Bills trusting their offense a little more in this one, even though it's a challenge, I like their defense a lot too. Their defense is playing extremely well. Heineke, clutch player. Still question, is he, that starting quarterback? He's a little inconsistent. So it's a tough task here. I think this could be closer than what people are maybe saying with the line showing, perhaps just because Washington's defense presents some problems. I mean, who knows, though? The reason to be confident about the Bills is maybe they were saving something. Sometimes teams do that, or it takes them a little bit to get going, week 3, week 4. That could be it. Also, maybe if they watch the film, Daniel Jones ran all over Washington. Honestly, the Giants should have ran Daniel Jones more. The Bills could do that with Josh Allen, and that would be, if the Bills won big, I think it would be because of that. They really ran him. The fans are going with the Buffalo Bills.
That's a Goat House guarantee.
And that's a Goat House guarantee. Put it up there. All right. I don't know if it's that easy of a one, though. Fitzmagic was playing, then maybe
Old Yeller's over there.
Yeah, I think you'd have Old Yeller over there, that's for sure. Next game, we got the Bears and the Browns. Dan Cheese was at the Bears game last week. He had the first reports on Andy Dalton in and out of the locker room, rapid fire, and nobody was giving you credit either.
Yeah, no, nobody was giving me credit. I even tweeted at myself saying that all sources were me. So, fuck it, I'm going with the Bears.
He's going with the Bears, ladies and gentlemen. Justin Fields probably with the start.
I'm not 100% on if Justin Fields is starting. I'm taking the Bears. I think it's going to be a tough matchup for the Browns. I think as far as the Browns' offense is concerned, they run the ball very well. Bears have actually stopped the run pretty decently so far this year with some good running backs. Is it going to be enough? I don't know, but if Justin Fields starts, I think that's going to be the edge. I'm a crazy Bears fan. I don't care. Go Bears.
We know Old Yeller's going with the Browns. Pete?
Yeah, I think this will be a good game, actually. I think, Jarvis Landry just went on the IR. Is Odell going to be back? Like, what is his...
I forgot one thing, too. I think Eddie Goldman should be back, too, that's our best run stopper. So.
Okay, all right.
Go Bears.
The Browns are going to have to get real creative here. I mean, they do have some young wide receivers that maybe could step up, but not very trustworthy there. But, I trust their run game. Their defense has been playing pretty solid overall. The Texans did put up a decent amount of points, but I'm going to go with the Browns at home, though.
Wow. It's going with the Browns at home.
It's a close game, though.
Yeah, I think it's the Browns are going to come out there and run the football, and it's going to be if the Bears stop it right away or maybe they get on the board first. That'd be the reason they win, but I'm definitely going to trust the Browns a bit more here, so I'm going to go with Cleveland at home. Yeah, and Justin Fields could be the factor. The Browns got a game plan for him. You don't really know what to expect. So that could be a reason for the Bears. Defense stepped up last week. Browns still some questions on the defense. Does Myles Garrett have to carry in terms of the pass rush? The secondary hasn't lived up to the hype yet, but it's only been 2 weeks and it's a whole new secondary. So kind of a statement game for the Browns defense. A little bit. They're gonna let Justin Fields run wild and. So I think they'll handle their business here. The Browns will try to control the clock, what they do best. I'm going that route. Fans are also going with the Browns, so Dan Cheese is
me against the world.
You against the world. Our boy Junior would be with you though.
That's true. That's true.
He's with you.
Yeah. Ravens and the Lions.
All right.
Lions first half team, huh?
Second half against the Niners. Yeah. First half against the Packers. Pretty terrible in the second half. It was raining though.
What's their coach's name? Dan Campbell.
Yeah,
I like that guy.
You like him?
I don't know why.
Because he's a kneecap biter.
He's a football guy.
He's
huge
a football
guy. The Lions have been scoring. If it wasn't for the downpour, they might continue to score. The Ravens are giving up points because their defense is depleted. Maybe the Lions keep up with them scoring. Aaron Jones really went off against the Lions, so I think the Ravens will have some success on the ground. Are we all going with the Ravens?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going with the Ravens. So that's a guarantee, and the fans are also jumping in on that guarantee. They're going with the Ravens, as expected.
So we just guaranteed that guarantee.
Guaranteed it.
The Lions have played. They played better football than maybe people expected, though. Even though they're 0-2. This could be. There's a lot of trap games. I think this week. Maybe this could be one of them. I'm probably going to throw that out there the rest of this video. But there's a game out there that is just an ultimate trap game. We'll talk about it when we get there. But let's see if the Lions could play surprise there. Colts and Titans. Here we are Tuesday night. We don't know if Carson Wentz
sprained both ankles.
Both
of them.
Yeah, but he's got a walking boot on one. We're supposed to find out pretty much for sure tomorrow. So
he's gonna play. He'll play.
You think he'll play?
I think he'll play.
I'm thinking he's not gonna play.
Yeah,
I think
so.
Because if it's even a question, they gotta want to win first. This is a huge game, so I guess I can see that. But if it's even a question, maybe they sit him because they don't want to make the injuries worse because he's already got the bad foot.
And they don't want to give up a first-round pick.
And they don't want to get around because if he plays a certain amount of snaps, they got to give up a first-round pick. They're sitting at 0-2 right now. That first-round pick's looking good. If he plays under that amount of snaps, they give up a second. So it's a lose-lose situation for the Colts, obviously. But unless they just he's healthy and they start tearing it up, then that's lovely. But so I think he could sit. But that's not going to change my pick either way. I'm going to take the Titans at home. I think they figured it out in the second half of the Seahawks game. Stop playing sloppy. They got Henry he wasn't running super well. Then all of a sudden he went crazy. Julio started going up. Still AJ Brown he's still in that sloppy mode. And if Taylor Lewan comes back, he might be in sloppy mode too. But they're going to get out of it. They're big time players. So there's they can keep on climbing here. Defense even stepped up later in the game. They kind of just been blowing coverages.
Yeah.
If they just stop blowing coverages, which every team eventually does, they could be better. Carson Wentz is taking sacks. Offensive line isn't playing like the same. I don't think Carson Wentz is even going to play. Oddly, the Colts, they're a pretty stout run defense. They have not been near stout yet. Got to deal with Derrick Henry as he's heating up. Everything just points towards the Titans. They usually split though on the year, so Colts definitely got a shot. Even if Eason plays, I'm not going to rule him out completely because the deep ball has been what has beat the Titans, and Eason's got the deep ball. It just. They probably should stay on the ground and then build up that shot, that deep ball, and don't have Eason throw too many times, in the middle of the field in traffic, and then they could be successful. Colts haven't really been able to get the run game going. This could be the game. It's going to have to be the game. I like the Titans, though.
Yeah. Dan, you go?
Yeah, Titans. Yeah.
He likes the Titans.
Everything you just said was what I was going to say.
Literally everything. Covered everything.
Literally everything.
Almost.
Okay.
Give me the Titans at home, but I think the second half is like what. I feel like they always do this. They always come back and they win in overtime, but I think that's what the team's going to be this year. I think that's more of a representation than the
What if they just went back to the first half
that'd
and the
be
Cardinals
awful.
the rest of the year?
That'd be awful. But, A.J. Brown did not have a good game. I think he's going to definitely pick it up this game. I think he's going to have a huge game against the Colts. Derrick Henry usually rushes for 100 against the Colts. The issue, I think defensively, a lot of people are saying like they're just as bad as last year, but I think I think they did a pretty good job against the Seahawks. Just like 3 blown coverages. They did have a strip sack again that gave the Seahawks an easy touchdown. So I don't think it's all on the defense. I think they figured out the outside corner situation. We just need to figure out the slot corner position. And it doesn't help that Amani Hooker is on the IR because the backup safety depth, not very good. They put in Cruikshank at the end instead of Bradley McDougald, and I think that helped a little bit. So maybe that's the route they go. But yeah, I like the Titans at home here.
McDougald's gone now too. He's released out of here.
Is he really?
Yes.
I was so busy today I didn't even see that.
What kind of Titans insider?
I didn't even see that.
It was just a couple hours ago.
Yeah,
McDougald,
that's how bad it was.
What's going on
Gone.
with that one preseason
they may
hero?
have just had him there for the Seahawks.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. He was on the roster the whole time, but he started at safety, and Tyler Lockett had 2 big deep balls that got by him in the beginning of the game, and it was ugly. It was ugly. And then Freddie Swaim scored on a deep ball when no one was near him, and then they put Cruikshank in, and they were a lot better. So, yeah, it was ugly.
Who's that Honey Badger guy again?
Yeah, he's Elijah Molden. He's not looking very good right now.
He'll get there.
He'll get there.
Yeller Titans and the fans, are they going with the Titans as well?
Of course they are.
Okay, the fans are going with the Titans. I didn't have to look. You told me that's what it is. So, no, it's definitely what it is. So that is a
guarantee.
That is a.
I wonder if we could be sponsored by Guaranteed Rate.
Guaranteed rate.
Yeah,
maybe
it could be like a
And they
Goat
just
House
put-
Guaranteed Rate.
Yeah. Somebody call them up. Yeah, that'll do.
Someone call him up. Somebody.
I don't know who that is. But
Somebody.
whoever's got their number, call them up. Next, Chargers, Chiefs, a good old-fashioned shootout, maybe? I don't know. The Chargers have actually struggled to execute, put the ball in the end zone. They've moved the ball pretty damn well. They just can't. I don't know. They just can't get in the end zone. It's either like a turnover or some bad penalties or the receiver drops the ball or the receiver falls down. And it's crazy that I think the Chargers need a receiver at the moment, but it shouldn't be that way. Maybe they get out of that funk, you know. New coaching staff, so maybe they're still kind of they're figuring it out. I mean, they're getting a lot of yards. They're just not getting the points. If they struggle to get points on the board against the Chiefs, the way that defense is playing, it might be the worst defense in football right now. I'm not even kidding. So if they struggle, the Chargers that is, we got a problem. We got a problem. Chiefs, yeah, that's a tough loss against the Ravens. Offense definitely did plenty, even though they fumbled at the end there. But that defense is a mess. They need a defensive end pretty badly. Need more than that. But Chris Jones is playing to the end. He's not fast enough. He's an elite defensive tackle.
Wasn't that how he started off his career? Was like out at
3-4 end.
3-4.
And the Chiefs were 3-4. They switched to 4-3. They made it all. The defense was a lot better. Chris Jones at D tackle. Everything was better. But now they. Frank Clark. I don't know what happened to him. He's not playing well, and they don't have anybody else. So it's just they need speed out there. So it's a mess. But I'm going to trust in an offensive game, on a shootout. I'm going to trust the Chiefs at home a little more. They're going to be pissed off. You know, they really felt like they would have won that game if it wasn't for what they'll probably categorize as a fluke fumble. Mm-hmm. So they'll be pissed. They'll make sure to capitalize on every opportunity because some of these teams, I don't know if they really, they're not play calling like it's the Super Bowl. They probably could have scored 40-plus points in that game. So I think coming off a loss, a division game, when they know that they can't trust their defense, I think they'll make sure to put up enough points. But the Chargers are going to put up plenty of points. I think it'll be a good game, really.
I don't know.
No?
I think the Chargers are struggling. We were talking about, I think Anthony Lynn might have been the key.
Chargers fans don't like to hear that.
I don't know.
I think they take it the wrong way, too, because Anthony Lynn...
He's not a good head coach.
Right,
He doesn't know how to manage the game.
Right.
But he's a good offensive mind.
His system and the playbook, it's there.
I like the Chiefs at home, though. Yeah, definitely bouncing back from that one. I think they put up too many points for the Chargers to keep up.
Yeller's going Chiefs. Dan?
Chiefs.
Going Chiefs. The fans?
Another guarantee. I think do we have all guarantees so far?
No,
you picked the Bears.
Yeah.
That's right.
Good job. Way to pick the Bears.
Way to do it.
He guaranteed the Bears.
This next one might be nice,
Dan
though.
guarantee. The next one's going to be nice?
Yeah.
How do you know what the next one is?
I just know.
The graphics guy didn't pop it up yet.
I know.
Okay, he was right. You're right. You're up first. Saints at Patriots. What do you got?
It's a good game.
It's a defensive game?
Yeah, I think so.
I
think so. The Saints, it was just so surprising. Like, they looked so good week 1, and then they looked so bad.
They were missing a lot, but
I know.
I still don't think there's too much excuses for the offense.
No, I don't. That's what I mean. It's like Jameis Winston threw 5 touchdown passes in week 1. It was so easy, and all of a sudden they couldn't do anything on offense. And the Patriots defense is no joke either.
This is a huge week for the Saints because sometimes, week 1 you can't take seriously, so you can't be like, all right, they're that good. But week 2 you also can't really do the same thing, so they're not that bad.
We'll see.
Where are they at? This is a big week.
Yeah.
I say these next 2 weeks are real big weeks for the Saints' identity, I suppose.
Good old Sean Payton versus Bill Belichick here, too. I love it. I'm going to go with the Patriots at home.
He's doing it. Patriots.
I'm taking the Patriots as well.
He's taking the Patriots as well.
Yeah,
all right.
The Patriots defense is just too damn good. I don't think it's going to be a good matchup for Saints offense.
Yeah, I think this is this is a good game.
Think of time of possession. I think the Patriots are going to have a really high. We're going to be able to run the ball, throw those quick outs. Mac Jones will be fine. I think time of possession will be in Patriots' favor, and I don't think
I can go either way on this game. It definitely helps the Patriots are home. I love both defenses, really. Even with a bunch of guys out, the Saints defense I thought played all right. Wasn't great, but and I definitely still trust the defense. I guess it's a question of will the list of guys still be out? I guess we know Davenport will. We know Quan Alexander will. So that, we'll see what's up with Marshawn Lattimore. He could be out again. So that is a pretty big factor here.
There are a lot of coaches out too.
But I don't think they'll lose because their defense either way. Man, I could go because we're looking for who has that extra juice on offense in a defensive game. Who's going to make that big play? And, you think about Kamara, and I think you can run on the Patriots. I do. You're not going to run crazy. I think Kamara could be the difference for them. If the Saints win, I think that would be why. I think he would have ran pretty well. But I'm going to go with the Patriots at the same time because I'm a Jameis guy too. I don't think he's like great or anything, but I believe in Jameis. But it's hard to fully trust him here. The Patriots defense creates turnovers. They give you so many different looks. This is the best their pass rush actually has been in a long time. And I don't know whether I trust the Saints offensive line, but they give up a ton of pressure to the Panthers. And again, the Patriots create turnovers, so it's a tough matchup for Jameis. Like I said, Kamara's a factor. Patriots creating turnovers against Jameis a factor, and I still think some of those Saints will be out. So that's kind of that next factor. So that's kind of what splits it up here. It splits the difference, I should say. So I'm going to go Patriots at home. That should be a pretty damn good game, though. And Old Yeller's going to do it. He's going to take the Saints.
Whoa.
He's taking the Saints. He's going with Jameis Winston, feeling him. He did take the Ravens all by himself last week, so Saints fans could be feeling pretty good. The fans, are they going with the Patriots? Fans, I got it all written down here. They're going with the Patriots. Pretty sure that was tight. Squeaker in the voting.
Tight.
It's a squeaker. I'll take this as my squeaker. I'll probably take like several more per usual. Could be a 1-point game. We're going to see. Defensive game. Defense for sure. There's a lot of good games this week. Again, I got some trap games coming up. There's one ultimate trap game. I don't know if I'm taking this is a good one. Falcons and Giants. 2-0-2 teams, but I think it'd be this could be a squeaker. This could be my squeak. Should I lock this in as my squeaker? I don't know.
Did you lock the last one in as a squeaker?
Yeah, multiple of them.
Multiple squeakers.
So Falcons and Giants. The Giants have felt like they had that week 2 game wrapped up. They didn't pull it off. The Falcons have kind of had a tough go. They ended up putting some points on the board against the Bucs. They started figuring things out a little bit. Too many turnovers. That Falcons offensive line is bad. I don't know. We knew it wouldn't be good, but it feels like it might be the worst in football right now. I don't know. That shouldn't really be. So that's a little scary. They worked out John Brown today, so I would like for them to bring in Johnny Brown. That'd be fantastic. We'll see if it happens. Maybe by the time you're listening to this, it already happened. But I don't know if that would be much of a factor for this game anyways. Falcons' defense been rough, too. Giants' defense hasn't been to what it was last year either. So this is good.
Give me Danny Wheels.
He's taking Danny Wheels. Danny's taking Danny Wheels. All right.
Sir.
Think he has another great day on the ground?
Well, I prefer if they give the ball to Saquon, but
They could get Saquon going more this week.
you would think.
You would think. Pete, what are you going with?
I said it last week. I'm done with the Giants.
Whoa.
That's to be determined, though. I like the Falcons here, honestly. I like what I saw against the Bucks. Matt Ryan's got to protect the ball a little bit better. The last pick six was deflected at the line, so that's not all on him there. But I think they're starting to figure some things out. You don't know what Daniel Jones you're gonna get. I thought he played one of his better games last week, and they still lost the game. Danny Wheels. Yeah. I don't know. I just like the Falcons. I think they played a pretty good game against the Bucks. I think they just shot themselves in the foot in that game, really.
Old Yeller is taking the football Giants, the New York football Giants. I really want to see if A.J. Terrell, who is concussed, hopefully he's doing all right. I want to see if he's going to play the Falcons corner. But I'm feeling I'm feeling the Falcons. I'm feeling tight game, squeaker. I'm feeling them. It's going to be a good game. I'm going to trust Matt Ryan a bit more than Daniel Jones, even though Matt Ryan's been turning the ball over. There was something happened the Bucs were getting pressure. You think I'm exaggerating? I'm not. Every single play, it was insane.
Bucs pass rush is ridiculous.
It is. It's at the top in terms of pass rush win rate right now in the NFL. And Matt Ryan started adjusting. Basically, before the snap, he's like, I'm going to get hit on this play. So I'm going to do what is best. Maybe not the biggest play possible, but I'm just going to do what's best for that situation. They got Cordero Patterson going a bit. He actually had a very good game. Still waiting for him to get Mike Davis going. The Giants haven't had that much of a pass rush. So is the Falcons' offensive line's job, surprisingly, is the Falcons' offensive line's job going to be a little easier? I'm going to trust Matt Ryan over Daniel Jones in this game. I think the Falcons' defense has been pretty brutal. I think Grady Jarrett, who's a phenomenal player, I think he gets going in this game. I think we'll see some surprise blitzes, some unique ways of finding ways to get pressure from Dean Pease and the Falcons' defense. I would look out for their playmakers, their linebackers to step up in a game like this. Deion Jones maybe can get his hands on the ball. Maybe I'm getting too specific here. Give me Matt Ryan. I was starting to get down on Matt Ryan, and he even turned the ball over even after I started liking him a little more. But
that one got deflected at the line.
Yeah, something happened. He started changing. He adjusted his game based on the pressure. Because remember, he's not used to getting pressured most of his career. They always had a pretty good offensive line, and they played. I think the Eagles are actually tough defense. So they played that tough defense, and they played the Buccaneers, the best pass rush at the moment in football. Now you go to the Giants. Giants got to prove me wrong. I love their defense going this year. It's not looking. It's not Falcons bad. I'm picking the Falcons, but mainly because their offense. But the Giants has been a little underwhelming on defense, so they got to prove me wrong here, I guess. Fans took the Giants. They took. So we got a good split, 3-2 split. Yeah, that one could go either way for sure. Definitely can go either way. So those games, I'm excited for them. Next up, we got the Bengals and the Steelers. This one became interesting because Big Ben, I don't think, is 100%. I think he'll play. There's nothing that's really telling me he won't play. But maybe he's not 100%. And Joe Hayden didn't play last week. That was big. Devin Bush didn't play last week. And T.J. Watt is also questionable. I think he'll go.
Deontay Johnson.
I just looked it up.
Deontay Johnson
Johnson, I think, could go
he
too.
Got hurt at the end.
Those injuries, though, and the Bengals' defense it's been pretty decent. Not outstanding, but better than what we've thought for sure. And the Steelers' defense, even when T.J. Watt was in there without Bush and Hayden, it just didn't feel the same. And then Watt went out, and it just wasn't even near the same.
I think this is gonna be a really good game.
It's a toss-up game, I think.
Yeah, I kind of want to see what the injury report's gonna be. Honestly,
the Steelers can't do anything on offense either. The defense has the injuries, but the offense can't. Big Ben possibly hurt. I guess Deontay Johnson.
I don't know.
Najee got going last week, but they still didn't have enough offense. They couldn't do it, and the Bengals. I keep saying I like the Bengals. Kind of the interior of their defense looks much improved. So that Steelers want to pound the football. They might be ready to stop. This could be a pretty good game actually. I feel like the Bengals could be wrong, but it feels like the last couple of years, I feel like the Bengals always give the Steelers problems one time a year. Is this going to be the game,
Maybe.
Or is it going to be when it goes to Cincinnati? Tough to figure out here.
Taking the Steelers.
Dan's taking the Steelers.
Squeaker of the week.
Squeaker of the week. Yeah, I mean, if Big Ben's not playing, I would probably have to switch my pick. But I'm gonna go Steelers. I think he'll play. Not the best game from Burrow last week. Do the Steelers create some turnovers? Do they get a pass rush? They need T.J. Watt in there. So yeah, I guess the injuries matter. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the Steelers. I think they'll focus. What they should focus is on getting the ball to Najee Harris outside. And I think that'll help a bit. And I just trust them a little more right now. I don't think it's going to be a low-scoring game. So if you're predicting a defensive game, I think you got to go with the Steelers. But again, that actually ends up being one that can go either way.
Yeah, if Watt and Bush are out, I'm going to pick the Steelers. But if they're both out, I might switch my pick. Honestly, it doesn't have to be Big Ben. If Big Ben's out, I'll switch my pick. But if Watt and Bush are out, I think that's two big pieces there.
Yeller's taking the Steelers, and the fans taking the Steelers. So that's a guarantee that we're a little. It's a weird guarantee.
I don't know if you put the GOAT guarantee up there.
I blew it. I shouldn't have thrown it up there.
I don't think you should throw it up there.
A little too early there. Next game, we got the.
Oh, this is gonna be a good game.
Oh, hey.
For my fantasy team.
I told you guys there's going to be some trap games. Could this be one of them? I have an ultimate trap game. This is not it, but for some reason what would you think? Did you guys see the line on this game?
I can find it.
No, I know what the line is. I'm just making sure you didn't see it. Guess what the line is. What would you put?
-7.5 for the Cardinals.
No, I think
that's exactly what it is.
Oh, I was gonna say 9.5.
I would have guessed double digits.
Yeah.
So
No,
Vegas.
you don't see that in NFL.
I was gonna say 9.5.
I mean, the Packers were favored by double digits against the Lions. They actually ended up covering that. It happens. So it kind of feels like a trap game, and I get the Jaguars have this very young team coached by Urban Meyer. It feels almost like a college team. It's what the Cardinals offense is. It's a college offense. If there is a defense that is kind of ready to game plan for that style of offense, maybe it's the younger defense. But the problem with that is I still don't think the defense is good enough. So
they got a mess in Jacksonville, huh?
They're gonna mess. Everyone's taking the Cardinals, right?
Yeah.
That it could be a trap game. Like I said, it's not my. I have like an ultimate trap game, or I don't know ultimate because I don't know if I'm picking the team yet that I said was an absolute trap. But we'll get to it. But again, I'm saying the 7.5 kind of makes me think it could be. But Cardinals are playing some good offensive ball right now. Their defense should get back on track with this one. Yeah, we all are going with the Cardinals.
And that's a guaranteed rate. Goat House.
Trap game. This is the trap game for the Broncos. The ultimate trap game. I think Zach Wilson from BYU going to Denver here, going to Mile High. I think it's kind of in the area where he used to play, so I do like that. But the Jets have been playing, believe it or not, they've been playing pretty good defense. They've been playing pretty good defense here. The Broncos, impressively have been, better than expected on offense. They played the Giants. They played the Jags. Now they're going to go against the Jets, who again they're beat up on defense, but they're still playing pretty good defense. Zach Wilson turned the ball over 4 times, and the Patriots still kind of struggle to move the ball at times a little bit. So they're going to get pressure on Teddy. They'll slow the run down a bit. It's a well-coached defense, so I think this is going to be a squeaker. I think it's going to be tight. I think it's my third squeaker of the week. I think it's going to be tight because of defense. Bradley Chubb is out, too, for the Broncos. So will they get that pass rush on Zach Wilson to force him to throw, multiple interceptions or a interception? I feel like a bit of an asshole because I'm saying this is a trap game, ultimate trap game, but I'm still going to take the Broncos. I think it's going to be close. The line's something ridiculous. What's the line on this one? Something ridiculous. It might be double digits.
I can find out.
I think it's 10.5. I think it's double digits for the Broncos, and I just don't. Maybe I'm wrong. Vegas knows something, but I'm still going to take the Broncos just because. I said the Jets defense been playing very well. Their offense is not. The Broncos offense hasn't playing well. A little bit of a trap game going against this defense, but the Broncos defense is still better than the Jets. As much as I like what the Jets are doing, it just feels like the Broncos are better on both sides of the ball. They're at home. Could this be a good place, Mile High, for Zach Wilson to get it going? Yeah, maybe.
Broncos are minus 11.
11, yeah. So that they don't think it's going to be a squeaker.
I mean, if I'm a betting man, which I am, I'd probably take the Jets plus 11. But I'm still taking the Broncos to win.
I just don't think the Jets have the offense.
I was going to say
they have the defense to make this game closer than 11, I think, for sure. But they just don't have the offense. If the Broncos go out and Teddy's lighting it up again, I mean, watch out for the Broncos.
Watch out.
I don't think Wilson's gonna be throwing a lot of picks, but I do think he's gonna throw that one pick.
That'll be the difference.
Yeah, that one pick.
He's
So
gonna
it's low scoring
he's gonna
game.
Throw the dagger.
Yeah.
So you got the Broncos?
I got the Broncos.
I got the Broncos as well. I think it'll be a good game, though, like you're saying. But Zach Wilson will bounce back.
I like the plus 11, though.
I do like that.
Yeah, if I'm off on that, I apologize. I'm feeling pretty good though. I just think both defenses keep it close. But yeah, again, if the Broncos like win and tear it up on offense, I think 95% of the world's be like, oh, Broncos, they beat the Jets. Who cares? But if they tear it up on offense, I am legitimately impressed. Same time, the Jets defense shouldn't be as good as to what it was or it is right now, but it's been playing. Robert Saleh, he knows the defense. He knows it. So trap game. I'm still going Broncos again. I wouldn't be shocked if the Jets pulled it off, honestly. Dolphins and Raiders. Still waiting for more Tua news. It's a bruised ribs. It's bruised ribs. I couldn't get that out.
That's what it was?
Yeah.
You had to get carted off for that?
They're playing it safe.
Have you ever bruised your ribs, man? It hurts.
No, ribs are painful, yeah. Ribs are painful. Like you swear they're broken, but they're not. Maybe they were worried about it because he had that bad hip injury.
They also have to check your lung, too, because usually you can't breathe.
Makes sense. Pete, back off.
All right, I'm sorry. I take it back.
But I think...
How about hold on. How about we just went over the Broncos. How about who's leading the AFC West right now? Who would have thought? I mean, I know it's only
Broncos
2 games.
and Raiders.
Broncos and Raiders, and the Chargers and Chiefs are 1-1. Like,
it's only 2 games.
I know it's only 2 games, but that's
Raiders
crazy.
are playing. The bottom line is the Raiders are playing so damn good right now that they'll probably lose. No, I'm kidding. They're playing so damn good that they're making it impossible for me to pick against them. Derek Carr's playing out of his mind. Well, he got hurt a little bit. I think he's going to be okay, but we'll monitor that. Receivers are stepping up. They should get Josh Jacobs back. Well, they didn't even have Josh Jacobs last week. And they won without being able to run the ball. Defensively, it feels like a whole new defense. Well, it kind of is. So they're playing well. I don't know if I trust the Dolphins' offense, to keep up with the Raiders. Not that the Raiders will, put up an insane amount of points. The Dolphins are going to present some similar things that the Ravens' defense did, and then Derek Carr, got in his groove against them. Darren Waller's probably going to be a problem like he usually is. The Raiders will slip up at one point. But it's tough. It's very tough to pick against them right now. They're making it impossible.
They're getting after the quarterback.
They are. We're not used to seeing that. Max Crosby is playing out of his mind, run stopping and pass rushing, insane. Yeah.
Huge Max
Dan, you say you're going with the Raiders?
Yeah. Huge quick Nick guy too.
Yeah.
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 I'm gonna take the Raiders as well. I should have picked them last week. I was thinking about it, and then Riz over here convinced me that the Steelers. He was so.
I was okay.
He was
If
so
I knew
confident.
Hayden and Bush were going
That's
to be
true.
out, that really messed everything up. Yellow's going Raiders, fans going Raiders. Yet another guarantee at the Goat House. Yeah, I mean,
these next.
I don't think we can judge the Dolphins off last week though. It was just kind of just fluky and sloppy from the start. I don't think they would have won. I picked the Bills, but yeah, I don't know if we can judge them off last week, but I mean, yeah, we'll see. They can be sneaky. They did beat the Patriots.
These next 4 are going to be good, I think.
Oh, this is the game of the week. Come on. Buccaneers, Rams. It's number 1 versus number 2 in my power rankings. Bucks 1, Rams 2. Set up here for us in week 3. Yeah. Oh yeah. But I mean, Buccaneers they're 1 right now by themselves. No one's really close to them. The way they're playing out of their minds, continuing on from the Super Bowl. Offense is lights out. They're getting insane pass rush right now. Yeah.
I'm going to make a statement.
You're going to make a statement?
Pending injury, the Bucks are going to go 17-0.
All right, so you're taking the Bucks.
That's my statement. That's my statement.
The 17.
I like the Rams. Rams defense is great. Rams offense is great. I just think the Bucks are, let's just say a receiver goes down, they have an elite receiver to step right up. The only thing that could stop them at this point is injuries on their defense and injuries to Tom Brady.
They already do have injuries on their defense.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, you're going to be wrong on your bold prediction this week because I'm taking the Rams. At home, big-time game. I think the Rams been saving a little bit these last 2 weeks against the Bears and the Colts. They scared me a little bit against the Colts. They almost lost to the Colts. Silly play on a punt, that resulted in a touchdown for the Colts. I think they've been saving a little bit. Home, I think the Rams defense, that's what scares me too. They don't really feel the same. They haven't been getting too physical. They're very good at covering the deep ball, so they can try to take that away from the Bucs. I think that'll help. Buccaneers defense, though, they get a lot of pressure. That's really what they're hanging on to. They stop the run as well, but they give up those big chunk plays. They give up the yards. The big monster play. I think Stafford and company can get that done. Also you got guys like Sean Murphy-Bunting out for the Rams, which isn't a huge loss, but I think the Rams have success I think both teams have success on offense. I do like the Rams' offensive line right now. To early season looks pretty good. So I don't think the Buccaneers get. Because the Buccaneers played the Cowboys, they're good there, but the Falcons' offense line is really bad. So, new challenge here. When it's all said and done, the Buccaneers very well could be better than the Rams. I like the Rams in this game at home. It's kind of a gut feeling, but the reasons I explained as well. We'll see where Darrell Henderson's at. He's questionable, so that'll be a factor. I
Sony
guess.
Michel stepped up and he played pretty well for them.
Yep, that's true.
Come on over with me, Pete.
I am though. I think this is gonna. I don't know. I think this game. It's going to be like one of those games where it's a shootout, and it's like whoever has the ball last is going to win the game.
Well, that's another thing, too. The Buccaneers, as good as they are, they get a little sloppy. Even last year, even when they were winning, they'll just have like a random turnover. It's pretty costly if they're playing a really good team. So it would be very costly in a game. It's just whoever takes care of the ball. Rams at home. I'm feeling it.
I think the Rams will put up a lot of points. I think they won't have a problem scoring, honestly, against the secondary. But I think it's going to be really high scoring. Whoever has the ball last. But I just trust Big Tom.
Yeah. Old Yeller is going with the Buccaneers.
So are the fans.
So I'm all by myself over there.
Yeah, you are.
Everyone thinks they're going 17-0 but you.
Yeah, I'm 100% on Lone Wolf Picks. I'm full of shit. I'm not. But it's a very high percentage, so I'm feeling pretty good. That's a toss-up one, though. I'm not super confident on that one. Kind of going with my gut. In LA, if it was in Tampa, I'd say I'd be going Tampa right now. So, but the Bucs are playing like the very, very best team in football. The Rams win. They're taking number one in the power rankings. Next up, we got the Seahawks and the Vikings. I'm going to tell you exactly how this game is going to go down. The Vikings probably will outplay the Seahawks and then blow it at the last second. Pretty predictable Vikings. I'm going to take the Seahawks. The Vikings, their offense looks pretty good. They did enough to win both games. They could be 2-0. They're 0-2. Not good. Finally getting your home opener. Fans aren't too happy, but I'm sure the place will be electric still. And they do have that crazy home field event. They finally get to play Seattle at home. It's been some time. I feel like they play Seattle in prime time every year. This one not prime time in Minnesota. Seahawks, they looked pretty bad in the second half against the Titans. For them to blow that comeback's pretty rough. I'm just feeling the Seahawks. It's hard to see the Vikings go 0-3. It's hard to see the Seahawks lose 2 straight. So it's definitely an interesting game. To me, Kirk Cousins has been playing great. He's actually playing really good. Very accurate. 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. I think he's got like a 72% completion percentage. Threw the ball a lot too. One of those only guys that threw the ball over 80 times, that accurate. So basically, what I'm getting to, and I think he's improving his game actually, believe it or not, and he's playing great. But it almost feels like he's due for one of those, not an awful game, but one of those, maybe a turnover late to decide the difference, and everyone rip Kirk Cousins. It kind of feels like that week's coming. So I'm going Seahawks. Definitely a game that can go either way, though, for sure.
Is Yeller taking the Vikings?
Yeller is taking the Vikings.
What a guy. I'm taking the Seahawks. I don't know. I think it's going to be ending score 26-23. I think it's going to be close. Kind of like who has the ball last possession.
It's usually the Seahawks. And that's
usually the Seahawks. Usually, that's who I'm going with.
This game's gonna be wild, dude. I already just know it.
Is Zimmer gonna get fired?
This is
year,
my squeaker of the week. 100% squeaker of the week. I'm taking the Vikings at home.
doing it.
I think I don't know, the Seahawks, they just had big plays. You know, they're going to do that. They're going to do that, yes. But I don't know. I like the Vikings' consistency on offense. I think Dalvin Cook could easily run on them. I think Kirk Cousins has been playing great. I think they could throw it all over them. KJ Osborne has stepped up. They have 3 good receivers on the Vikings. And I'm hoping they get some guys back on defense here. But I like the Vikings at home. I like the home opener. I can't see them starting 0-3. I think it's going to be really close, though. It's my squeaker. I think it's going to be like a 1-point win. Vikings get it.
They usually lose by 1 point, though. That's usually the team that loses by 1 point because of a missed extra point and field goal, Pete.
No.
Fans going Seahawks, so that's 3-2. Yeah, it's tough picking against my Vikings there. Again, a game that can go either way. The Seahawks-Vikings one, that game's always insane.
It's a wild one.
Next game is, I believe, Sunday Night Football. Packers at 49ers. The Packers kind of got in their groove there second half against the Lions. Felt like they were kind of saving some things. You know, we didn't see the normal. They're a run-first team. We didn't see them do their normal, get on the ball, go hurry up. And all of a sudden, second half, they were doing those things, and it looked like the Packers. It clicked. They might have been trying to save it for a game like this, but the Lions were playing them pretty tight in the first half. 49ers struggled a little bit on offense last week. They struggled in the second half against the Lions the week before. Both teams played the Lions. But at the end of the day, the Niners are 2-0. They have some injuries. The whole running back group is injured. Elijah Mitchell is considered day-to-day all of a sudden, so that's a good sign. Day-to-day, not week-to-week. But, yeah, they're pretty beat up per usual. The Packers got some injuries as well. Sunday Night Football should be a hell of a game. What are you guys going with?
I like Rodgers in prime time.
He's a huge Rodgers prime time guy.
I don't know. They remind me of the Titans a little bit. Just the Packers. I think they kind of found their groove in that second half, and I think that's the team that they're supposed to be, and I think that's what we're going to see from here on out, pretty much in the regular season.
Yeah, I agree with Pete. I think first half they were, letting the Lions run on them, and they figured out the second half. The offense was clicking. Good ball game though.
Yeller is going with he actually made a pick change on this one. He went with the Packers and he switched to the 49ers. I've been back and forth on this one all day. We talk about the 49ers have a list of injuries, but the Packers got 2 guys out that is they're more significant than maybe across the league. Anyone else in the league. David Bakhtiari and Zadarius Smith, their best pass protector and pass rusher, and that'll show in this game. I'm taking the Niners because of that. Because the Packers' offensive line hasn't been too great, hasn't been bad. Rodgers has actually been pressured. Primetime game in San Francisco. I think guys like Nick Bosa, they get going, they get the pressure, there. And the Packers, they got a little bit of pressure late in that Lions game, so maybe something clicked, they got going. But I still don't trust their pass rushers consistently right now. I trust Zadarius Smith. You guys know I'm a huge Zadarius Smith guy. They're going to miss him. San Francisco's offense was sloppy last week. Not sloppy, but just disappointing, underwhelming last week. But for some reason, I think the Eagles' defense is actually really good. Packers' defense has been struggling a little bit. I think the Niners get going. Brandon Ayuk has been non-existent. Where the hell has he been? This is his game. This is the game where he turns it around. They're saving him for this moment. So I do think really it's just Garoppolo's got to take care of the ball, and I'm going to trust him in this game. I think they get more offense than people think, and I think they, not going to shut down the Packers, but they'll get some more pressure. Again, those Bakhtiari and Zadarius Smith, those are significant injuries, and they'll be back at some point in this year. We know that, not too far away. But in a game like this, I think it'll show. But Rodgers starting to take it up and out. Another thing, Aaron Jones was a monster against the Lions. They got him going, running the ball, passing the ball. They were getting him the ball so he can get outside and create. The Lions just had poor angles on that. 49ers, that's 49ers specialty. Fred Warner's going to be there. So I like this defense still. So I'm feeling the Niners. I got more, a game that can go either way. Just more things are pointing towards 49ers. If Bakhtiari and Zadarius Smith were playing, it would I'd probably lean towards Packers there. Fans are going with
Niners.
The Niners.
Wow.
So 3 for the Niners. I think being San Francisco prime time probably is a big reason people are picking the Niners as well. But Yeah, the Packers would definitely get going. I picked them to go to the Super Bowl. They haven't even showed us what they're made of yet. Come time when Zadarius Smith and David Bakhtiari back and healthy, they're going to be another animal too. But this should be a really good game. Really excited for these ones this week.
It's another good game.
Monday Night Football, the Eagles at the Cowboys. The Cowboys coming off a good, impressive win against the Chargers, playing some good defense out there. Eagles, tough loss to the 49ers. Defense looked pretty good. Offense, they had opportunities. They moved the ball early, but then they could not execute. We saw that in a small portion of the Falcons game too, but then they ended up putting it away, and it is the Falcons. But Eagles have impressed me overall. It's just there's some inconsistencies there, and now some injuries as well. Brandon Graham, their defensive end, out for the season. Brandon Brooks is going to be on the IR. He has potential to be an all-pro guard. So they have some injuries. The Cowboys do as well, though. DeMarcus Lawrence is out. He's still going to be out. Leo Collins is suspended. Well, Micah Parsons stepping up for DeMarcus Lawrence there. He was a monster for a rookie, especially that isn't his normal position, even though he's familiar with it.
Just a football player right there.
Yeah, plain and simple. Cowboys got the run game going last week, Pollard and Zeke, so that kind of throws teams off. That's kind of, they stretch the field doing that, but again, the Eagles been playing really good football at the same time. It's a tough game. Where's Old Yeller going?
He's going Dallas.
He's going Cowboys.
And I agree with him. I'm going with the boys at home on prime time. I think Tony Pollard, I love Tony Pollard. I think the Cowboys are realizing he's the better back. I know they paid Zeke that money, but there's no excuse since the guy's getting paid more. He's all of a sudden getting all the touches. I think they get him involved. I like Cedric Wilson too. Gallup's out, but I like his playmaking
Amari
ability.
Cooper might be injured too.
That's all right. I like Cedric Wilson's playmaking ability. CeeDee Lamb's obviously very good. And Trayvon Diggs has been playing really good. I just like the boys at home. I don't know. The Eagles disappointed me last week. I thought they were going to pull that one off, but not enough offense. And Brandon Graham being out doesn't help either.
I'm going with the Cowboys.
He's going with the boys.
I think it's going to be a relatively high-scoring game, close game, but I think the Cowboys, primetime, at home, pull it off.
Get me on over there. I'm taking the Philadelphia Eagles here. The Eagles are going to run the crap out of the ball. I think it's going to be lower scoring than you think because the clock will be running here. Cowboys haven't, they played the Bucks and they played the Chargers, two teams that really don't want to run the ball, and the Cowboys' run defense has looked better than what it is. Jalen Hurts is going to run. Miles Sanders is going to run. They're going to take advantage of that. They're going to try to control the clock. They're going to be successful. They're very close to putting up a lot bigger points against a great 49ers defense. I think the Chargers just kind of shot themselves in the foot, in the red zone. Refs didn't help them out either. And I like the way, again, Brandon Graham's out. That's tough. I like the way the Eagles defense been playing. They might have the best pass rush rotation in football, though. So Brandon Graham being out, it's a tough loss. I think they'll overcome it. I think they'll be all right. Leo Collins is out. They'll be able to get some pressure. Cowboys are relying on Micah Parsons to get their pressure. Again, Eagles defense been playing great. I think they'll run well. Quarterback and running back. They'll be sneaky. I'm just feeling them in this game. I'm feeling them. Cooper kind of being questionable probably will play, but probably him being questionable kind of plays a little bit of a factor as well. Well, I just want to see. We'll see if the Eagles' defense is as good as I all of a sudden think it is, but they got some Javon Hargrave, another guy. That guy is playing out of his mind. That guy is getting insane. We know he can stop the run. He's a big-time nose tackle. Now he's getting pressure as well. So, and the Cowboys' offensive line without Leo Collins, and they've been giving up a little bit there. So, big statement game for the Eagles defense. See what they're made of. See if they're the real deal here. And I'm not saying they're top tier elite or anything like that. But in Dallas, though, you expect maybe a lot of people expect these teams to split. Cowboys got to take care of their primetime home game. They do. Maybe that'll be the difference. I'm definitely on the fence. I got more things pointing towards the Eagles here. Fans are going with the boys, right? Yep. So I'm by myself again. There's a lot of games like this where we're a little split. I could blow my lead just like that. I can blow it. Just going. I'm feeling it like usual here. So, that's the week 3 pick'ems. Almost said week 16. What the hell am I doing?
Week 16.
Only a few weeks away.
Yeah, just a few weeks away. Yeah. Again, BetQL, thanks for the sponsorship. Check them out. App Store, Google Play, and they have a website as well. If you want to improve your make smarter bets. Prove your sports book there. They got anything you can think of. There's info, description of our videos with a bunch of links. Special offer from BetMGM. Use code GOAT, 25% off. Check it out.
Guaranteed rate. We're waiting on them.
We're waiting on
Still
guaranteed
waiting on
rate. Yeah. Make sure you follow that Twitter to get involved in the fan vote, the Picks League. A lot going on there. A lot. And more to come. And a ton of videos on here. So like, subscribe, turn notifications on, and more videos on the way as well. If you're looking for score predictions, those are every Wednesday. I know everyone's always looking for those when they're watching this video every Wednesday afternoon. But that's going to do it for this one. Thanks everyone for watching.
Bears.
Goodbye.